Joined now by our senior insider, Adrian Wojnarowski. And Woj, let's start right here where I'm sitting in Los Angeles, because throughout July, there was so much talk about the offseason, Rob Pelinka and the Lakers they were putting together, and then fast forward to September, and they're still not done. So what can you tell us about their latest roster moves?
Yeah, Malika, the Lakers agreed on a 2-year deal with free agent Christian Wood. That includes a player option. So this gives Christian Wood a chance this year, I think, to rebuild his value in free agency in the marketplace with the Lakers. Listen, this is a player who averaged 16 and 7 last year in Dallas. He is yet to really find staying power in this league, but it is not a question, especially of his offensive talent. This is a player in Christian Wood, over 100 3-pointers a year over the last couple of years. Only 4 players, 6'10" or over, have done that. Shot nearly 40% from 3 on a Laker team that was 25th in the league. And I think also you couple him with Jackson Hayes, another part of this Laker free agency class, and those 2 players will allow Anthony Davis to not have to play as much at center. He played virtually all his minutes at center last year. You know, Anthony Davis likes that power forward role. And I think for the Lakers, Christian Wood, he shores up that front court, and he gets a chance now, I think, again, to rebuild his value in the free agent market. This is a player whose Laker fans will remember put 30 on them for the Mavericks last season on Christmas Day.
Yeah, and shortly after you reported his new deal, Woj, he tweeted out that he has always wanted to be a Los Angeles Laker, as we bring back Ramona Shelburne and Mark Spears into the conversation. Mark, I want to start with you here. How do you see Wood fitting in with the Lakers in the front court there?
Oh, I love it. I mean, now you got a backup for Anthony Davis, an extra backup, and also if Anthony Davis is out for a while, you got someone you could plug in and start as well. So I'm certainly excited for that move for the Lakers. And I got a text actually from Christian Wood. I asked him about going to the Lakers, and he said, I've always wanted to be a Laker. I know we can win a championship. Communication with coach is a big key, which is interesting, right?
Right.
Maybe a shot at Jason Kidd. Coach Ham and I go back to our Milwaukee days, and we've had great conversations every day about this opportunity. He believes in me and told me I'll be playing a big role and knows what I can do. I look forward to this, and for sure, motivated after what Dallas did. So I asked him, too. I said, well, what did Dallas do? Can you go more into that? And he's like, I'll defer comment about that right now.
Fair enough.
Look, this is just... He is just too talented to not take a chance on. And I think if you're the Lakers and you know Anthony Davis has missed a number of games the last few years with injuries, LeBron James misses games with injuries, and a guy who can score the way Christian Wood does is still out there, you got to take a swing. Now, I'm curious how this is going to fit defensively, because once they made those trades last year, they were one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. That became their identity. And Christian Wood is not known as a good defensive player. He's also not known as a particularly dependable player in locker rooms and just in a team culture. And so that is what he's going to have to prove here with the Lakers. But this is your classic low risk, high reward swing here that the Lakers have done. It reminds me a little of like what they did with Dwight Howard in the year that they won the championship, where you sign him to a deal where he gets to prove it. He gets to prove that he can be a meaningful contributor on a championship team. And Dwight Howard did it because he got that feedback from the league that there was nowhere else for him to go. This is where, why is Christian Wood available right now? Because he didn't have other options, and this is a great spot for him to get an opportunity to play and prove that he belongs there.
Yeah, you mentioned the locker room piece. I think it's certainly...
I did hear that Chicago and Miami had some interest in him as well, but ultimately it wasn't a lot of money out there for him.
Well, and it's certainly important, Mark, as you pointed out, that Darvin Ham has that previous relationship when he was associate head coach in Milwaukee, and Christian Wood spent some time there early on. In
Anthony Davis, too, from New Orleans, yeah.
There you go. So there's all sorts of connections all over the place.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.